Welcome to Varato Podcast. This is podcast number 3 in our PIM series. Today we're going to be looking at PIM for a made-up, make-pretend medical device company, MediCor Instruments. Just to give you an example of how a PIM system might help a company like a medical device company. So what distinguishes a company like this is that they're going to have sales teams that are out in the field, and they need to be able to put together catalogs, PDF catalogs fairly quickly so that they can go in and hand those off to their buyers or their leads, and that can help them with their sales initiatives. So as opposed to needing it for an e-commerce component, this is how a PIM can help with more of a traditional sales channel. So in this scenario, MediCor Instruments makes surgical tools, diagnostic devices, and clinical accessories. And the sales reps need custom, tailored, buyer-specific PDF catalogs. So essentially, they're going to hospitals, surgical centers, labs, et cetera, and they're walking into that hospital and saying, okay, here's your catalog. Here's what you can buy from us, or this is what you've already been buying from us, so that they know these products. And then here's some more things maybe that are new products that we might want to add to your procurement process. So essentially, how can this PIM system enable a sales rep to self-service these PDFs quickly with accurate data? So before they had the PIM, essentially, without the PIM in place, the way it would work is the sales rep would have to go to the marketing department. The marketing department would have to pull the data from spreadsheets, the ERP systems, or SharePoint, et cetera, Dropbox, and put all those specs in with the images and whatever marketing materials they want to add in those, and then hand that and send that back to the sales rep. Now, they might have some templates already made, and they're just swapping out a few things, and they might have some manual processes in place that makes that, for them, okay. But to be honest, the sales rep doesn't really want to go to the marketing department every time they would need one of those catalogs. They want to be able to self-service it, though. So what is a PIM after it's done? So what is the scenario for MediCor, this made-up company, after this PIM is in place? Well, all the product data through all the different departments, engineering, scientific data if it's required, regulatory data if it's required, it's all in one spot. And then you can define within that single source of truth, what are the rules for specific customers? This is our product group that we give to this hospital. This is the product group that we give to this lab. This is the product group that we give to all hospitals. And then there's a subset of that for a specific hospital. So you can start breaking your products into different, with rules for different buyers, for different customers. And then you can also create rules for the sales reps. So the sales reps log in, they get their version of the product data for them, that's been customized for them, and they can start self-servicing their own catalogs. Say they log in, they see a PIM system that looks like a website with a bunch of product data on it, thumbnail images, broken into categories, filtered by what they're looking for. They start checking boxes, right? I want this in a catalog. And then click a button, kind of like you would do on a regular website with a wish list. They can do this in one of these PIM portals, and then they can create that catalog on the fly, print it out themselves, or send or download it, and then email it to that customer. It's going to save them a ton of time, and it basically gets the salespeople selling instead of doing a bunch of administrative work, just getting these catalogs together and going back and forth with the marketing department. So what are the results? Well, the sales rep can generate their own PDF catalogs in minutes, not days. Mistakes, compliance issues, incorrect data, those are virtually eliminated because now we know that single source of truth is up to date. The departments are required to keep it up to date. And then the marketing and product team spends less time reformatting, so you don't have to go through a design process or print a new PDF. Like all that manual process has just been eliminated. And then the buyers receive exactly what they want, nothing more, nothing less. You don't have to bring them a big print catalog and like X out pages or circle stuff. It's like, nope, these are the 45 products right here in a PDF. Maybe it's got a cover, nice and slick. Here you go. So why is it essential for a company like this? Why does it matter for this medical device company? Well, buyers are risk adverse, particularly in regulated industries like healthcare. And they want to make sure that the data is accurate and it's clear and all the essential data is in there. And then it also demonstrates that you understand your buyer. So your buyer's getting exactly what you intend them to get. It also shows like a very high level of competency on your side to get it structured quickly, because speed is a big part of this. So that's really the big picture. So imagine if you're doing this manually now, and there's a world in which this can be automated. Imagine how much time that would save you. Imagine how much happier your sales reps are going to be. Imagine how much happier your marketing department is going to be. And imagine how much happier customers are going to be. So this just streamlines all of your product data into a single system. It's one of those scenarios where I think once you put the effort into building the system, and once you get the departments used to using it, and once you get the sales reps used to using it, and you're presenting this product data to the buyers, your customers, no one's ever going to want to go back. And they're going to be like, I can't believe that we used to do it in this old way. This will revolutionize components of your business to the point at which you're never going to want to go back. Trust me on that one. So this is just a brief illustration. Essentially, you've got 3 different buyer profiles. MediCor is putting their product data straight into the PIM, and then you can automate some PDFs, everything I just said. And that's it. That's the PIM scenario for a medical device company. Lots of companies are out there doing sales this way. A lot of companies are struggling with getting their product data organized and out to the sales reps in an efficient, accurate manner. So if you're struggling with this, if your sales teams feel like they want to be able to self-service these catalogs more efficiently, reach out to us, Varato, and we can tell you more, put you in contact with the right PIM providers, put you in contact with the right PIM implementers. If you don't want to implement this in-house, there's a lot of companies that do PIM implementations, and there's dozens of PIM technology companies, and some might be right for your industry and some might not just be a perfect fit for your industry. So if you have questions around that, reach out to us at Varato. We're here to help. And thanks for listening, and catch us on the next podcast. The third in this series of podcasts is we're going to talk about a distribution company and how a PIM system can help a distribution company. So if you're interested in this talk track, catch us on the next podcast, and thanks for following.